Hey folks, Daily Landsblog here, and the passing of Chester Bennington has really brought a lot of conversation forward, and that's a good thing. Of course, it doesn't make up for the tragedy of his death in any tiny way, but it does give us a chance to really put the focus on it and see what people think of it. And one of the things that I realize every time there is a famous person that passes away, every time, in fact, on the Daily Landsblog we talk about suicide, we find, and I hear stories, so many of them, family members, husbands and wives and parents and kids that talk about their parents who've lost their lives. And when I was a kid, it was like no one ever talked about it. Even when I was 30 years old, no one ever talked about it. It was like suicide didn't exist. And now here we are, and people are starting to come out, and you realize, oh my God, it does happen, it is real. So how can we understand it? How can we get rid of the ignorance that always comes to the fore when someone takes their lives? The things that people say, and it's good that they say them, these terribly insensitive things. It's good that they say them because that allows us to know that it's out there. Because if you're thinking it, that's just as bad as saying it. And when you say it, we can address it. So when someone takes their life who is suffering from depression, the comments that you hear about it being a weakness, about it being a cowardly act, about being a selfish act, I would say to you, if you believe that you look at your life and all of the things that you wouldn't want other people to judge you on until they have experience. You know the saying, until you walk a mile in those shoes. But that's really so important here, because I know what that pain is like, and I know what that hopelessness is like, and I know that it has nothing to do with your surroundings and celebrating the things in your life. I know that, and we gotta find a way to get through to people, because the stigma is still pervasive. Chester Bennington took his life. He wasn't weak. He wasn't selfish. He was a guy who had a fatal illness. And in the end, the illness got him, not his weakness. We need to share that. We need to say the word suicide over and over again to desensitize people. Suicide, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Suicide, it's something that we have to talk about. Suicide is something that must be discussed. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. We're here because someone needs to say it. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Get used to hearing that.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday?
Your birthday today.
Ah, birthday blog tomorrow.
No, but...
I know.
Okay.
Birthday blog tomorrow.